Guys, hello. Today I'm gonna watch a video of a guy who supposedly is like top masters or top 500 supposedly. We didn't notice he was a top player until like the second half, where the enemy team actually was talking to him and was basically saying how he's a top player and how what is he doing on this account or why. And the guy was basically explaining that this was his original account, but he got alt account so he wouldn't feel the pressure of like SR burden. And then he got so skilled with the other accounts that he came back to his main account to basically bring it up to where his other accounts are at. The guy in question is Caledonia. So I basically just want to see if what kind of habits he has. Supposedly if he's a top 500 or top masters, and just see the type of way he plays. So with further ado, let's get into the video and see what kind of habits he has.
Ready for battle.
So let's get into it. And now basically we're just gonna go over some key moments. We're not gonna go through the whole vid. We just wanna see positioning, aim, and his ability of use, and see how he does. So let's fast forward this a little bit.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, we start off the game with
Stop the payload.
the bomb. He gets it. Almost gets hit by the Widow a couple of times. So I want to notice right here, he's not afraid of the Widow 1v1. Now he could have got clipped, but he didn't. He took the exchange on a 1v1. So that's something to note. So another thing I noticed too, he switched directions to get better angle, but I noticed he's always keeping top and he's always using his explosive dynamite. So far this guy has always stayed high ground. He hasn't really come down low, and every angle he's taken high ground, he's barely giving himself like barely seeable to the enemy. He's not out in the open completely, except for right there. He's backing up still. Using the Ryan shield, trying to get the Widow. It's a nice headshot on the Zed. I'm not moving this fast. This is normal speed. He's just bouncing around a lot. So right there, I wonder if he made a mistake. He could have used buff first and then throw the flash to get his ult up faster again, but he chose to do it second. I wonder if because he wanted the cart to move in a little bit closer under the bridge. I really don't know on that play, but everything else he's shown that he's been using his bomb very quickly. He's constantly been abusing it to get ult charge. He's always kept high ground, and he doesn't really give up the high ground. He doesn't want to give it up, and he's very aggressive against the Widow. He's not afraid to 1v1 the Widow.
No one can hide from my sight.
There he is again, trying to 1v1 the Widow. Okay, so far we've seen a pretty good amount. I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit to basically I think he was a mid fight. I just want to see how he does at other locations. Okay, so here at some point in the game, they're near capping. I want to see what he does. He prioritizes the Myra over the Torp current, but I think that's because I was already shooting it. Help get rid of the tank. Now he dies to the Widow, but I want to point this out again. He is not timid on a 1v1 Widow. He's really trying to put a lot of pressure on the Widow. Now, I'm not sure if that was the move because there's so many other things he fired, but he seems to really go straight for the Widow as much as he can. We're still holding, so let's see what he does. Okay, they got the point, so at this point there's no point in holding this. So what's the first thing he does? He backs out. There's no point. High ground again, trying to fight Widow. He's just been trying to take these 1v1s with the Widow, but he's just been taking high ground. Wins that fight. Actually, I want to see why he doesn't get hit as much as Widow, because I remember I was fighting him against Ass Widow, but I was getting a lot more destroyed. So let's see right here. Let's slow this down and see. So right there, peeking, goes out just to get a bigger line of sight. It's hit by him. There we go. Seems like he only crouched once. That's about it. Keeping high ground, not coming down to fight. And now that he was pressured out, that's when he threw Bob. When he couldn't hold high ground, he threw Bob. Now he has to fight. Look at that. He's so badly trying to take high ground again. He does not want to be in the ground. He's made it clear. He wants to be in the top. He knows that there's a Zen there. Because he saw him earlier.
Watch out for that shark!
Let's fast forward this a little bit in a second. Well, let's see this fight. Backs up after he lost his Anna. He realized he's not in a good position. I think he might fall down right here, but look again, like he's trying to keep high ground. He should die here. Yeah, he died here. Move a little forward. I believe he's switching heroes. He swaps over to the McCree. Let's see how he does with McCree here. With McCree, you really can't get high ground as fast as with Ash. That was kind of weird. I didn't know the Tor was coming around. I know he turned around because of the Tracer, but that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird that he was able to see that. Right there. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Maybe that was a tracer. No one was saying he was cheating, and I'm not sure if that was just a coincidence.
Watch out for that short!
Okay, let's move on to attack. But for the most part, from what I can tell from this guy, he doesn't really stay out in the open unless he has double shields. But for the most part, he's built a really good habit of staying behind the map's background, like just using the environment as his shield. So he also has really good aim. There's no way you can deny that. Let's move to attack. I'm pretty much seeing enough. I want to see his attack, and then because that's when people notice that he was a really good player by around that time. I think that's because they had a hard time flanking. He basically punished all the flankers.
5, 4,
So let's go right here.
2, 1.
Dies to the Genji. Genji's gonna try to make it his best to like deny McCree any high ground. And that's another thing you can kind of notice too. Again, he tries to take high ground.
Back into the mix.
He tries to take the top left corner. Yeah, look again. Kills, goes for the Ana. Uses a map. So he backs up and he goes to the close edges where Genji has a hard time. And if the Genji dove him, he'll probably die to the team. But he is trying to keep this part of the map to himself. He is trying to dominate the high ground, and it's paying off. There's that. Pushing the cart. Stays in high ground. Drops down. Well, there's no fight right now. There should be an engagement right here, and let's see what he does. He's right now he's out in the open. So he takes a shot, he takes 2 shots. Luckily he doesn't die. Look at this. The minute a fight engages, he starts to get behind cover. It's a nice triple kill. Quadruple. But yeah, notice that the fight breaks out and he starts going towards the left, behind cover, as not to be out in the open and shooting whatever he wants to with the least amount of pressure. So overall, this guy has really good habits. And I think pretty much we got the understanding. For the most part of this game, he keeps high ground. He stays on high ground. When he doesn't have high ground or throughout the whole time, he uses whatever he can as a shield. Doesn't really stick with the tanks. And I think the only reason he does that, and it's something I've noticed too, is that even sometimes when you stand behind a Reinhardt, if they take like a fire strike, there's a good chance you're gonna die. I've died so many times behind Reinhardts because they take a swing or they throw a fire. Not blaming the Reinhardt, but that's just, he's trying to get his ult too. And there's always a chance you're gonna get hit by some random bullet. I know we've all been there. I know if you play DPS or heals and you're behind your tank, you always get hit by the most weirdest thing, and you're like, in front of my tank, how did that happen? But overall, I think I've seen enough. This guy definitely has built some really good habits. He is somewhat aggressive, which is kind of weird, but he's only aggressive with the Widow. It's the only time I ever saw him the most aggressive. He, for the most part, if it's not a Widow, I didn't see him really committing to it. I'm not sure he has a personal thing against Widow. I'm not sure if that's just something he's built a habit of. But the only time he went super aggro was the Widow. Everything else, he kind of stayed a little bit behind. I am gonna share the thing into this video. I'm gonna post it. That way you guys can watch it from your own perspective if you guys want to. From I got what I want from the video. I just wanted to see what his habits were, and his habits are pretty good. I didn't put this in the video because I watched a little bit before I did the recording. After this is like a 5-day old video, but there's another thing I noticed. If you guys do want to watch the video, is that he does stun enemies that the Roadhog hooks. In my games, when a Roadhog hooks, I just fire. I just fan the hammer, fire. But this guy, when his teammate Roadhog hooked something, he stunned the enemy team, then fired. I noticed that in certain hooks, when he was close by, he threw a stun. But like I said, I'll share the video. If you guys like the content, please let me know. If there's something you think I missed or something you guys wanted to go over that I should be aware of, make sure you let me know in the comments below. Make sure you follow me on my social media and other platforms. I would appreciate it. I don't have a calendar date for when my streams are going to start, but I am going to start making an actual schedule soon. Right now, I randomly stream, so just follow me on the platforms. That way, you know when I go live. With that being said, have a good day and take care. Dual Force out.